Hello everybody, welcome to the White Tiger Tarot. Thank you so much for being with me here today. Today's reading is a message from your shadow self. So we are opening the floor to channeled messages from your shadow, something they need to speak to you about or share with you, express to you. And as always, we are allowing Spirit to guide each and every reading, completely unique to each and every pile, so that different piles are picked and no two readings are the same. All right, so we'll get right into it, and I will give you some time to meditate on the cards. Hi Pile 1, welcome to your Shadow Self reading. Now before we begin, for those who don't know what a shadow self might be, this is basically your dark side, which my interpretation of the shadow is, it's basically, you have two sides too. You have your light side and your dark side, and that's how we label them anyways. And I like to look at them as the two children within you. Growing up, you had one child who was very praised and loved and accepted for doing good things or for being good, for having certain talents, those kinds of things. And then you had a side of you that was rejected for being weird, for being unlovable in some way, where it wasn't maybe socially acceptable. Or your parents didn't like that side of you. Maybe it was mischievous, something like that. So we kind of push one side of ourselves away, which creates a shadow self. Now, the whole point in shadow work or shadow healing is to look at these sides of ourselves, not push anything away, to accept and embrace every single parts of ourselves, even the darkest parts of ourselves. Okay, even the parts of ourselves that we might have shame over, it's accepting those and loving them for who they are, not judging ourselves. All right, so with that being said, the card that you chose, first of all, you chose the green bloodstone here. And I noticed how all of the piles had a very earthy tone, which was really cool. And you chose the card Slave. So it says light attribute, surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. Shadow attribute, giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. Okay. So we're going to get right into your reading, and we're going to allow Spirit to guide us to your... Okay, we're going to go to the Spirit Animal deck. Okay, so for my pile ones, shadow selves of pile ones, what message do you have to them? Sorry, what message do you have for them? What would you like to share with them? Any key pieces of information, messages? Okay, perfect. So these cards I'm still learning, so I will... Wow, these are intense. So I'm going to read these out of the book for you. Whoa, you got two of these spirit beings. Okay, so there's the regular, water, earth, fire, and air animals, and then there are the spirit animals. So you've got two. So your shadow is very, very intense, very deep, very wise, like with the dragon. Wow, so unique. We're definitely going to read these out of the book. I'm just seeing what I'm getting. I keep getting the vision of the dragon guarding gold. And I feel like that's what your shadow might be, protecting something that's of great value, but maybe guarding it from you sometimes, where you don't even have access to this kind of gold or this beauty that you have. It's almost like very, very protective over something. Okay, well, let's just get right into the messages, and then we'll see where your shadow would like to take us. Tarantula. Okay. So it says it says at a crossroad, claiming life's purpose. The tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose or dharma. A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream, yet a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention. In order to find your true happiness, you must choose dharma. Until you do, satisfaction will be fleeting. The tarantula hovers, patient and calm, like an old friend that knows your inner soul. It already knows you'll choose wisely. When in balance, follows intuition. When out of balance, hesitates, over-intellectualizes. To bring it to balance, daily journaling. Okay. Yeah, so this might be your shadow self telling you, like, look, I am here. I know you feel me. I'm here, and there's something that needs to be addressed. And we see the very similar colors in the reds here, the maroon. It's almost like something you avoid looking at because it's almost like prickly, or it's scary looking. It's intimidating. You know, it's almost like this scary thing that you don't want to face or you don't want to look at. But they're saying this is part of your path here. Like, you must look at things that are maybe uncomfortable, okay? That may be a little bit scary to face at first, but once you get into it, you're going to see that it is not scary at all. And you're going to realize how much courage you actually have, because there is something guarding the gold. And that is what shadow work is, right? It's facing the dragon, the fear, our biggest fear, or looking at a trauma that was, traumatizing to us, right? There's something guarding the gold. There is a part of ourselves, a happening in our lives that it's attached to, that we must look at in order to face it and overcome it, and see that it wasn't so scary after all. It was just this figment, this illusion of fear, okay? But there is so much to be gained on the other side of it. Okay, yes, sea serpent, healing emotional wounds, expressing desires. The sea serpent represents the energy of expression, whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire. The sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease, and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment, and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in muddy waters. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives, and in other places it floods. It's important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true natures. The sea serpent and the second chakra. The subtle energy of the sea serpent occupies the area of Svadhisthana chakra, located deep within the pelvic bowl. This chakra is known as our center of creativity and desire, and is associated with the water element. Svadhisthana translates as in her own abode, indicating this chakra is the home of the Divine Mother or Kundalini herself. Wow. So the second chakra, that is our sacral chakra. That is where, look, balance, that is where our creativity lies, our sexual power, our sexual and creative power comes from. So I just want to say something before we get to the dragon card. This slave, so this could be you giving your power away to, let's say, a boss, someone else that you're working with creatively, even a partnership, romantically or otherwise, that you're kind of allowing this person to steer your life or steer your decisions in some way, when we already have two messages of such deep, strong, creative power within yourself that has been calling to you to start something, to begin, or to go off and do your own thing in some way. And you have to come into your power. You have such a great power within you, and it keeps getting brought up. And even in the dragon, I know it will get brought up again. But you have such great power within you that wants to be expressed. And so definitely do a sacral chakra healing. You can look up sacral chakra meditations, sacral chakra binaural beats, Binaural. Listen to that frequency of music and just meditate. And visualize orange. Eat more orange foods. Okay, this is going to connect you with the sacral chakra, your power, your divine feminine, standing in that power so that you know that you can fulfill your own desires, fulfill your own needs. And this isn't saying that to not allow anyone in, not at all like that. But this is not giving your power away to another person. Instead, connect with Source, connect with God, connect with your higher self. Follow that. Like it says, surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. So you can do that, and you can follow your intuitive guidance. That is Source leading you into your highest path, instead of, let's say, someone, a boss, wanting you to put all of your time in weekends or whatever into fulfilling their business goals, or a partnership, and you're basically just working for them, fulfilling their dreams. It's something like that. I mean, it's not going to be that way for everybody. This could be a partnership, a relationship where you're maybe, doing a lot of the work, and maybe it's, a lot of the mundane work, and you don't get to have any time to fulfill what it is that you dream to do or wish to do, or, even express yourself, even go out dancing or exercising, or, even cooking the meals you want. You know what I mean? Creativity can manifest in so many different ways. It's different for everybody. Okay. But yeah, there's something about your shadow here that wants to be set free. They're saying, I have so much to give. You have to look at me. You have to accept me, even if you think I'm weird or I'm strange, or you're scared to let that side out of you, that powerful, sexual, creative side, because you're maybe it feels out of control for you. Or maybe you have some kind of experience in the past that has, shut that down, or embarrassed you, or humiliated you in some way. But if it's channeled in a healthy way, it can be such a beautiful asset to you. It can create such success in your life and create such freedom and flow for you. Okay, let's go to the dragon here. Okay. Seeing one's most true self, balancing the ego. Amazing. The dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us before our first breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It is almost as if we are traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. When we look in the mirror deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon, breathing transformative fire into every cell of our bodies. Witnessing this omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender and let go. We let the dragon guide us. We hop on its back for a ride, and as we traverse even the most difficult terrain, the dragon's eyes see beauty everywhere. It is said that if a yogi does not see beauty in the world, their Agni is dim. Agni is described as inner fire or sacred intelligence. May even just the mention of the dragon stir the embers of intelligence within you. The dragon and the third chakra. The subtle energy of the dragon lives at the navel center in the Manipuri chakra. Manipuri translates to the city of hidden gems. What do we say about the treasure? It's guarding a treasure. And behind its gates burns the fire of our transformation and digestion. The sages believe health of the fire at the navel center is what governs our ability to clearly see both the inner and outer dimensions. Wow. How cool and how intense. Your shadow, our shadow is where our true power lies. Okay? It is that depth. It is in the darkness where all potential lies. It is not scary. It's only scary because our mind will play tricks to think that, it's this prickly, scary thing that we shouldn't go near, we shouldn't touch, we shouldn't, face it because it's bad, it's scary, it's dark, it's evil. No, it's none of those things. It is the dragon. It is the power. It is like pure creativity. It's where like your character comes from. It's where everything interesting comes from. It's where your sense of humor comes from. Right? Our darkness is such a key aspect to who we are. It's only dangerous if you allow your, the darkness to rule. It's dark. It's dangerous either way. If you're out of balance, it's not going to be beneficial for you. Okay? Think about if you have too much light all the time, if you're so happy, bouncy, and deny your feelings, deny any darkness, don't allow yourself to go into the shade once in a while, you're going to get burned. You're going to get overworked. You're going to get burnt out. We have to go into the shade. We have to go into the cool, dark depths of the shadow. Okay? To cool, to relax, to come back to center. It has to be a dance of both, and we have to use both in order to be balanced, in order to manifest, in order to go in the direction of God's will. Right? And yours is calling to you. And that is a great practice that they mention, is look into the mirror, stare into your own eyes, and see the watcher. Watch the observer behind your eyes. If you just stare into the mirror in your own eyes for a minute, longer if you can, right? It might be uncomfortable at first. The longer you stare, the deeper you can see. It's the one who has never died, who has never slept. It's the watcher who is always there behind it all, the witness. Okay. And it wants, if you need something a guide to follow, call upon your dragon, call upon God's source, call upon your shadow. Guide me in the direction I need to go. Show me what I need to see. Show me what I need to witness. Third eye. Look into your eyes to see what needs to come up and allow without judgment. Witness it all without looking away. Accept and love without looking away. All of you, every last bit. It is all loved by God. It is all loved. You are, every little piece of you is loved. With all of your mistakes, with all of your trauma, with all of the things you have done and haven't done, and all of the things that have been done to you, it is all loved, and it all is forgiven. And you need to forgive yourself. You need to forgive all. You need to look at it all with love, forgiveness. Okay. All right, we're going to move on to the next deck for you. All right. Trust me, it might seem scary at first. I knew this was going to happen. That's so funny. I got these cards this morning too. I have to do the same thing. This is a practice I continuously go back to because it takes layers, right? There are deep things that we have to go down and continuously reach down and accept and love. Right? God wants to guide you. Allow him. Give up control. Give up control because he's got your back. Okay, so look at that. How perfect is that to represent your shadow? You and your shadow self. Yeah. Look, and then we have discovery. It needs to be looked at. There's something here needs to be looked at within you. And you're going to discover something so beautiful, so deep about yourself that you may have not have known was there. Right? And you'll realize how much power you actually have, that you can face these things. And you're like, oh, afterwards you might cry, there might be emotions that come up, and that's okay, right? We have to allow whatever needs to come through. But after it's all there and it's all come out, we're like, oh my gosh, that was it? Like, that's all? It's not scary. Okay, we just have to witness, we have to look, we have to discover into our night, into our darkness, what is there. Sit down with the intention of going into the shadow. Speak to your shadow. What is it you need to show me? What is it you need to share with me? Show me the truth. Show me what I refuse to see. Right? It's not so scary. It's just a shadow. It's a shadow of you. It is you. Right? It's your friendly little dragon friend. It's your friendly little tarantula. They're here to protect you. They're not your enemy. They're that part of you that like stands up for you, stands up to the bullies. That discerns, that can say no. And especially if you're someone who has a hard time saying no or putting up boundaries, then this is especially important for you to connect with this side of you so that it can be part of who you are, and it can help you discern, it can help you say no, it can give you the power in the moment to be your strength, to know what you deserve, to not take any BS from people. Okay, so something needs to be looked at here, something needs to be witnessed by you, taking a close look. And we have to sit down with that intention and allow it to come through. Open your mind, allow it to be shown to you. Okay, sorry if you can't see that. I'm just going to move these up. All right, what else do we have for our pile number ones? Oops. Look at that. Your creative power. You have something very, very strong within you. A creative force that wants to be seen, that wants to be shared. Maybe there's a project or an idea that you have that you're like holding on to, that you're almost like, I want to say, ashamed or embarrassed or just holding back about it because maybe you don't have the confidence or you believe you don't, right? Or it's like, this is the sacral. This is that feminine, creative power that wants to be born through you. So really focus on your root, the reds, your sacral, the oranges, and your solar plexus, the yellows. These three need looked at. Okay, these three need healed. They need to be expressed. They need to be listened to. Because you have so much to give. You have so much light, so much power, so much confidence. You need to step into it. Allow it. Allow it to come through. Embody it. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be, afraid to be seen, to share your gifts. The magician. You have so much power. It's unbelievable. The magician. You can manifest anything. Once you get into total balance and you uncover what needs to be looked at, what needs to be seen from your shadow, embodying your shadow, embodying your that dark, deep, creative dragon side of you, you can accomplish anything. Anything. The world is yours. You can steer it as you wish. You can steer this world in any way. You can steer your reality in any direction. That is your key to manifesting the life that you want. That is your key to manifesting your dreams, your wishes, your goals. We have to embrace this side of ourselves. Allow it to come through. Allow it to be. Look at this. Abundance, the King of Pentacles. Okay, embracing this side of us is going to bring in abundance, balance of the light and the dark. And when we're balanced, we're so stable, so secure in who we are, and we're able to literally manifest, to create our dreams, to create the life we want, and bring in the abundance that we desire. And look at that. We have the sun with innocence. Being in the present, seeing the beauty everywhere, seeing the beauty in everyday life, in the little things, illuminating ourselves. We are in complete balance, complete enlightenment here when we have our light and our dark balanced. We're able to see and appreciate every moment, have our dreams coming true, being supported by the universe, shown the way. when we can give up control over what we think we should do or what we think should be our lives and what it should look like, or give up control over, okay, I am afraid of maybe facing this, but I'm going to trust. I'm going to trust in what I feel. I'm going to trust in what I'm shown. I'm going to trust in where I'm being led. And look where it's leading you. Oh my goodness. Like, are you kidding me? Stability, being in our power, being in our creative, feminine, powerful essence, steering it wherever we want to go, because we embody this balance within us. We don't turn anything away. We embrace all. We love ourselves, all of it. We have forgiven. And in that, we are illuminated. We are shown the true path. We love ourselves, and therefore we love the world. We love everything in it. We can see the beauty. We can see the light in all. We can see the unity. We can see God in everything. Okay, so that is what you have everything to gain here. There is nothing at all to be afraid of. You should be more afraid of not doing this. And it's just taking time out to be with ourselves, to face a fear that is only illusory. It's just us. It's ourselves. What do we have to be afraid of? You don't have to be afraid of yourself. Any sides of you, any parts of you. Just know that you are safe in doing this. You are safe in witnessing whatever needs to come up, in whatever form it comes up. Okay, pile one. I hope this reading was helpful for you guys today. It was really beautiful. Your shadow is such a deeply wise, powerful being. And it's a part of you. It is you. Okay, it is not separate from you. It's nothing outside of you. This is you. All right, this is your potential. This is who you are. You just have to embrace it. Embrace it as you. And it will become your greatest ally, your greatest asset. I promise. Okay, pile one. So, if this reading resonated with you, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss another reading. And also, if you would like a deeper healing on your shadow self, we can do that with a quantum healing hypnosis session. If you feel you need something deeper, or you need some guidance or assistance, we will intentionally connect with your shadow self and allow it to guide us through, to give you the deepest understanding through visions, feelings, and experiences. Okay? It's like a waking dream. All right? If you're very good at visualizing, it'll be very visual, audio, in whatever way that you best experience things, it will come through that way. Okay? So if you are interested in that, you can book that with me down in the description box. And otherwise, I will see you on the next reading, pile one. All of my love. Peace. Hello, pile number two. Welcome to your shadow self reading. This is a message from your shadow self. And you have all chosen the Black Obsidian and the card of Warrior. So it says light attributes, strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego. Shadow attributes, trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. Okay. All right, we're going to get right into it. I'm going to allow Spirit to guide me to your cards. All right, we're going to go to the Animal Spirit deck. Okay, so for my pile twos, to their shadow self, what messages do you have for them? What do you need to tell them about anything they need to deeply understand or know or heal? Please and thank you. Okay, you have the eagle. Beautiful. Okay. And you have the shark. Very intense, very warrior-like energy here. You're a very strong shadow. I think you're a very strong person. You do have this very tough, honorable way about you. Okay, I'm going to read these out of the book for you. So, go to the eagle, or whoever comes first. Okay. It says, all-pervading power, truth seeker, transforms karma. The noble eagle emanates the light of the sun. This great bird is both physically and spiritually strong and represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. When the eagle appears, you'll soon be thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of your transformation. The eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun in your talons and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think, eagle child. When in balance, bright, radiant challenges. When out of balance, controlling. To bring into balance, step into the unknown. Okay. And I know the shark definitely talks about something that needs to be said, or like a harsh truth that needs to be shared. It might be uncomfortable, or an uncomfortable experience that needs to be had or gone into, like the eagle said with the transformation. There might be an uncomfortable period of time where you have to step into that warrior spirit, that warrior self. Use your shadow to give you strength to face this, right? Because it is part of your hero's journey. It is part of your path. It is part of making you strong and becoming that highest form of self, right? That doesn't back down from challenges, that you get to really prove to yourself what you're made of and who you are. Stand in the face of challenge and of adversity and not back down, not bat an eye. I mean, these are extremely tough animals, right? Like, wow. All right, it says directness, exposure, revealing true nature and desire. The shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. Just like the shadow. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to explain the shadow self. If any of those who are watching this don't exactly understand the shadow self, I will give you a short explanation before I get back to the shark. I will get back to it. But the shadow self is parts of us that are denied, unloved, pushed aside, I like to look at it as though we have two children within us, right? We have our light side, or our, light child, and our dark side, or the dark child. The one who was always praised for being good and doing good things that were, socially acceptable. And then we have the side that was, always in trouble, always maybe pushed aside or told that it wasn't good or it's not enough. So it creates the shadow self that is kind of pushed to the back or denied in some way. So that could be like us being mischievous, us not behaving properly, all of these things, the mistakes that we make. So this creates a shadow self or a dark side, right? But it's just like the sun. Oh my goodness, what imagery here. I just realized this. The eagle represents the sun, and then the shark, the darkness. It's almost in black and white, right? Except for the gums. It's like the light and the dark. And they're equally as powerful, and they're equally as important. And they both need to be looked at and loved and seen and appreciated and accepted, because they're both us. They're two sides of us. Right? We can't be all one or all the other, or we'll be out of balance. Just like our masculine and feminine. Right? The shark represents the depths of our emotions, the darkness, the depths of what might look scary to go and explore because it's unknown. Okay? And it does take bravery, it does take courage to go into those depths, to go into the unknown, and to be open to what we find within ourselves, and to not deny it, to not push it away, but to accept it and to love it. And really, the fear is only illusory. Okay? And it only becomes dangerous if we deny it. Like it said, if we don't look at it, or if we deny it, if we push it away, that's the only time it becomes dangerous, because it builds up and we make it into this thing that it doesn't need to be. It becomes a master. If we give it all this power by saying, oh, no, I'm scared of that, that's the only time where it can cause havoc and chaos in our lives. But if we embrace it as part of us, it becomes our biggest asset, our biggest ally in our lives. It's our creative power, it's our character, it's our humor, it's our wit and our quickness, and it's the one who can stand up and say no, right? It is so powerful for us. Okay, so I will continue. The shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. Same could be said for the shadow. This card indicates that something big needs to be exposed, looked at. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes over us when we are hesitant to be honest, to be totally ourselves, or to say what we really want. It may be tempting to continue pretending nothing is wrong, but when shark energy is at play, we feel its presence circling us. When in balance, intriguing, captivating, mysterious. When out of balance, sneaky and destructive. To bring into balance, honesty. And it's on page 111. So there might be something that you need to express, that you need to say, that you need to stand up for yourself for. And using the courage of the light, right, with the power of the dark, the honesty, the uncomfortable truth that may not be easy to express, to share about ourselves, about, how we feel about something or someone else. But we use the courage, we use the heroicism from the light, right, to share something that is uncomfortable but as equally important, something that it means so much. And if it's not looked at, or it's not expressed, it's not shared, it's not seen, it only then will create problems. It only then will grow into something bigger than it needs to be. Into something that can create chaos or harm in our lives because we're pushing it away. And because we push it away, it doesn't mean it goes anywhere, right? It just creates a bigger problem or a bigger issue. Or it makes it scarier than it needs to be because we build it up into this really big scary thing, right? But if we just put it out there, if we just looked at it, it's like, oh, okay, that wasn't so bad. It wasn't as bad as I thought. But we need to bring that courage, that warrior spirit, right? Toughness of will. Conquer the ego, right? It's mastering the ego. It's not denying that we have one, right? But it's a good servant, but a bad master, so they say. And it's very true. Okay, we're gonna go, Spirit's gonna bring us here now. All right, shadow self. Oops, we got one turned over. Shadow self of pile number 2. What would you like to share with them? What do they need to know at this time? Okay, it's this one. Wow, your toughness is unbelievable. Your courage, I feel like you don't give up. You have such a strength that it's like very, very honorable. It's very impressive. Like, you have a toughness that is unmatched. You will not give up. You will not stop until you've reached what it is that you, like, this stuff don't be intimidated. You have it. Okay, use it. It's such a key part of you, and it's like you have the toughness. Like, you won't back down. I know you'll go after this. I know you'll face this. Right? Use it into what you need to do. This is the honey badger. The honey badger is the toughest animal on earth, I am convinced. It will face any animal that is way bigger than it, way scarier than it. I think I'd rather face like a lion than a honey badger. They are just so tough. They literally make lions scared because they don't back down. They don't give up. They have the most courage out of any animal on earth. Extremely tough. You have what it takes. You have the courage. Okay, you are this fighter. You are this warrior. And such a big part of that is your shadow. It allows you to reach into the depths, into the darkness, and pull out the gold, pull out whatever's useful there. And there's so much there. There's so much goodness in the depths. Okay, it's going to help you in such beautiful ways. Achieve your goals, give you that undenying courage, right? That I will do this determination no matter what. It's that drive. Because you have the desire to do it. You have the desire to get the goal done or to achieve. In whatever form, if that's just, a harmonious life, a good life for you, a career, a job, a good relationship, whatever that is for you. Use that. Go into that. You have so much power. It's funny, I opened it on the eagle. Okay, so this is the Nadhi's rune with the honey badger. It says, is there any creature tougher or more tenacious, robust, and resilient than the honey badger? No matter what life throws at her, she uses it to learn, grow, and become even stronger. Whether she is battling a deadly snake or finding a way for her family to survive an arid environment, she casts aside frivolous wants and focuses on essential needs. The saying, necessity is the mother of invention, perfectly describes the energy of Nadhis. It is the unimaginable pressure that creates diamonds. Exactly. That's what you're being created into. Nadhis tells you that something you probably already know. Life can be hard, yet it is often through your suffering and your labor that you truly learn of the powerful stuff you are made of. In a reading, this is a message that you are made of bold and powerful magic. Have faith and persevere. Key words: need, resistance, effort, delays, creative friction. Magical workings: call on Nadhis during challenging times to build strength and stamina and learn the lessons you need to learn. Draw it over your solar plexus to boost your self-confidence and help you persevere. So if you are facing something difficult, or you have to face something difficult in your life, whatever that is, know that you have the strength to overcome this, and it is just building your character into an unstoppable force. Okay? If you're kind of having to do shadow work right now, if you're in your shadow, if you're feeling the darkness come over you, know that the sun will shine again. Know that you will get past this and you will fly above this, but there is always a time that is needed and necessary to dive into the depths, dive into the darkness, because there is such valuable things there for us to learn about who we are and about life. And because we can only reach higher heights with the lower the depths that we go. Okay, so we get taken into these dark depths only so that we can reach higher heights. We can fly higher. We can reach the sun, closer to the sun. Right? So have no fear. Know that you have this, that you can face anything that comes your way, that you are being created into an unstoppable being, that you are showing yourself what you're made of. You are a warrior. You are this, oh my goodness, like tough, confident, like I will stop at nothing. I will face it. I will get it done. And that is such an honorable trait to have, honestly. And God only tests and puts these difficult challenges in front of those who can face them, who can take them on. So be honored. Be honored that you are given these things. Okay, because they know that you can overcome this, that you can easily face it, that you have the strength to do it. Wow. Your power is very, very I tip my hat to you for the strength that you hold. It is very, I just want to keep saying honorable. Honorable keeps coming up. You are honorable. Look at that. Knight of Cups. You're doing a lot of self-reflection possibly right now. A lot of looking into the depths of you, into the depths of life, and maybe whatever's happening is making you look at yourself. And this is a good thing. And it might not be easy to do, but it is a good thing because it's creating that emotional strength within you. Okay, it's creating a closeness to the wisdom in which in your emotions hold. It's that deep, intuitive, feminine power, right? The depths of our emotions. And it's deepening into your own spirituality, into trusting what you feel, into seeing all of, your truths. the deeper and darker we can go, the more light that can be brought in through us, the more light we can channel, the more intuitive understandings that we receive, and the more wisdom we can hold, right? So all of this is the most important work that you can do. And look at this. As literally the sun is coming out behind me, and it's been a rainy day, the sun is coming out. The sun is going to rise, okay? The ice is going to melt. The darkness will dissipate, and you will come up and you will be born anew with judgment. The angels are going to sing their song. You are going to be risen from the darkness, from the grave, from the dead. Okay? And life will not always be this hard. It won't always require this of you, this toughness. Okay? But it's a great tool to have when you need it, right? But it will not always be this way, and the sun is coming up for you. All right? You're just in a time of growth, of transformation, of self-reflection, of acceptance and love. Another night. So you are in a time of great growth, and we have 2 pregnant women here. So, I mean, that could definitely be why you're being put through this. Maybe you are pregnant, or you want to be pregnant, or you're already a mother or father, a parent, okay? It doesn't have to be. This could be a birth of something that wants to be born through you. And so this process, we have to go through this in order to transform, in order to hold this energy in our reality, okay? But there is something forming here. We are growing. We are learning to step up. This is the in-between tarot, meaning we are the knight now going into the queen. So we are upgrading who we are. We are upgrading and transforming our energy so that we can hold more light, so that we can have a more loving experience, so that our whole reality can upgrade. We are upgrading. Our reality is upgrading. And the sun is rising on maybe a dark time in your life, or a difficult time, something challenging. Learning how to be, honest, learning how to say what's on our mind, learning how to not turn away from when things get tough or difficult, and really expressing what needs to be said, even if it's uncomfortable. 7 of coins going into the 8, and then the 7 of wands. So 2 sevens. So this is a highly spiritual number. This is you spiritually growing. Okay. This is you doing the tough work right now. Like the digging and the foundational work that is only going to now move into another new layer of mastery where it's not so difficult. You're getting to that easier stage. You're getting to a place where you're like, oh, okay, I've got this now. You're reaching a new plateau where life, it doesn't always feel so challenging, like it's a battle, right? Where things are moving easier. Yeah, this might have been you having to face something hard, maybe with somebody, or with somebody as you guys are together, or maybe it's just with a relationship, or in a relationship in your life. And this is saying you do deserve your rights. You do deserve to be respected, okay? Because you have earned it. And anyone who can't see that, or anyone who denies that within you, or who doesn't see it, you deserve to show them. You deserve to speak up. You deserve to say, no, I do deserve my rights. I do deserve respect. I am this, right? Stand in that power, stand in that truth, and express that. You are coming out of a difficult time. You are stepping up. You are being crowned, okay, into a up level of experience where things don't seem so hard. You're now more experienced. You now know the deal. You're more stronger. You're more confident, and the whole experience gets a little easier. You're more of a master now, and so things are going to start going smoother. Yeah, and it's only because you're at a new level. You've reached a new level of strength. You've shown yourself that you can do this, that you can reach depths, and that you can overcome maybe the hardest of challenges. And that you survived, you're on the other side of it, and you're good. You're even better than you were before. All right, so we're going to go to one last message for you guys from Spirit. I'm just going to allow them to guide me here. Okay. All right, what's one last message? The shadow selves of pile 2. What do they need to know? What do you need to share with them? All right. Crown chakra. Look, the 777s. This is for your spiritual growth, your spiritual evolution, your spiritual enlightenment. Okay, you are opening your crown chakra. You are allowing more God source energy to come through and channel through you. Okay, this is cracking you open so that more light, more love, more wisdom can come through you. And sometimes that needs to be done in harsh or challenging situations to crack us open. Okay? But know that this is for your spiritual growth. We have this is the Empress card. So it's 3 with fertility. Again, with the pregnancy, okay? The Empress is always portrayed as pregnant with fertility, right? So again, if this is especially a confirmation, if you are a mother or a parent, or you're planning on being one soon, this is what it's preparing you for, or it's just preparing you for more growth, the birth of something in your life, or it's just coming to that deeper understanding of what, motherhood or fatherhood is, of raising, of nurturing things in our lives. But there is something that is fertile here. There's something growing, and you need to be that nurturer, okay? And so that is why things have felt so challenging. It is just growing you into this very abundant, very nurturing being. Okay, so we have the 6 with moving on. This is the 6 of Swords. So moving from the dark to the light. Okay, you are moving into a more peaceful time. You are coming out of the darkness, even though you still might be in that energy at the moment. But we keep getting this energy that the light is coming in. You are moving into easier, more peaceful times. Okay, the challenging, the darkness is now dissipating. All right, it's not going to be this way forever. You are coming out of that. Okay, but be thankful for all that it taught you. And I get that it might be difficult to do while you're in it, for sure. But you will be one day. You'll see how much strength and character it built in you. And yeah, look at that. We have 16, which is the Tower with disruption. So you might have faced some kind of huge change in your life, some big upheaval, something that was definitely not comfortable to experience. This could be in many different aspects of life, okay? But this was a foundational change. This could be a big change in relationships, a big change in where you're living, a big change in jobs, but it was something foundational that had to come down, that had to be seen, that had to be shown for what it is, because it was not built on solid ground. And maybe this is us even fracturing, and maybe that's how we feel right now. Maybe we feel a little fractured, a little out of place or out of sorts, like we aren't aligned. But know that this is coming into balance, that through this breaking apart, you will come together stronger and more beautiful than you were before this happened. And look at that. Hello. Hello. The sun again. The sun twice. Light. Light. You're coming into the light. How beautiful is that? Pile 2, you're coming out of the darkness into the light. Have no fear. This challenge is almost through. This challenge is coming to an end. You are coming into the light. Open your arms to the light and fly and go. Okay, we faced some tough things about life, about ourselves, energies, whatever it was. And it's not forever, right? It's not forever, and there we go, and the light is here, and the light is being shone, and we can feel it. We can maybe start to feel it. Let me know what stage of this you're in. Can you feel any light coming through yet? And if not, have no fear, because it is coming through, and you will be born anew. Okay, you will feel refreshed. Thank God that's through. Thank God I'm over that, you know. But you're so much better for going through it. You're so much stronger. You've proven to yourself how strong and brave and courageous you are. And it makes life and you that much more beautiful. It makes your light shine that much stronger. And you're able to reach now new heights of experience and love and joy. So amazing. That is your reading, pile 2. Thank you so much for coming to your reading. I also wanted to offer that if you feel you need a deeper sense of healing, or you would like to directly connect with your shadow and receive direct messages and visions, feelings from them, you can book a quantum healing hypnosis session with me. That will be linked in my website, which is down below in the description box. There is more information on my website there if you want to look into it. If you have any questions, you can email me. But we can go as deep as you like. We can look at whatever needs healed. If you would like to look at anything, if you just want that, deeper sense of healing and knowing within yourself, I would love to offer that to you. And yeah, if this reading resonated, if you would please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so you never miss another reading, and I will see you on the next one. All of my love, pile 2. Peace. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your shadow self message, a message from your shadow self. Thank you so much for being with me here today. I'm very happy to be doing these. They're very, very powerful so far. I just want to give a little explanation of the shadow self for those who aren't super familiar with this concept. But basically, it is our dark side, right? We have a light and a dark side, and these are just names that we use to describe them. And I like to describe it as having like the good child and the bad child within. It's only good and bad because one was praised and loved and admired as when we were children for the good things that we did, for being polite or behaving well. And then there was the side of us that was denied by ourselves, by our parents, by society, or those around us for being, bad or not behaving or being mischievous. All of these things that weren't really acceptable. And so it creates this kind of shadow self that a lot of us find difficult to look at, but needs to be looked at, needs to be loved, needs to be witnessed and seen, and not judged as bad, but embraced as part of who we are, and something that is a beautiful asset to us as far as our power, our creativity, our character, our sense of humor. Okay, so we're going to take a look at yours, and they're going to give us a direct message today for you. The card you chose, and you chose Amethyst, by the way. The card you chose was Mother, light attributes, nurturance, patience and unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. Shadow attributes, smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. Okay, so you could be a mother, or you could have a mother-like wound here. Yeah, and maybe this is part of your shadow, but we will take a deeper look before I really begin here. I'm going to allow Spirit to guide me to what they're going to, okay, they want to use tarot right off the bat. Okay, so the first card that came out, it just fell out, was the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so it's interesting because this energy goes really well. It's that green, that kind of motherly, stable like energy. Maybe an earth sign is important here. Maybe abundance has something to do with it. Could be a belief of lack or something of stability. But yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Okay, we have the Magician. Maybe a lot of you have recently healed a mother wound. I do feel like this pile is a little lighter than the other two. I mean, maybe you did have a mother wound. Maybe it is, you know, your mother instilled guilt in you, either smothering or abandoning, like the card says. Yeah. But I feel like you've been doing a lot of work here. Yeah, exactly. You've been doing a lot of work. Seven of Pentacles. I feel like you've been definitely looking at this and almost like I feel like you guys the most have kind of taken a look at your shadow and used and almost alchemized it. It's like you've used it for your benefit. You've used it in the way that it should be used in alchemy, right? It's alchemizing the dark for the light. It's look at all the flowers. It's like life. So bringing life and attention to these things and creating beauty with them. Maybe you're an artist and use your pain in order to create something beautiful, right? In order to create abundance for yourself. Maybe you took maybe something that you experienced as a child and learned from it, and now you know, create a more stable home for yourself or for your family in some way. I feel like you guys have really worked with your shadow the most and kind of have been able to transmute the energies and see the beauty, see the pieces of gold that are there for us to take, right? Not being so scared or demonizing it, but it's like taking all of these things and making beauty in our lives, making it, transforming it into something beneficial and wonderful for us, transforming our pain into beauty. It's like melting the ice and using it as water to grow beautiful things. Yeah, it's like it's seeing the ice, right? It's seeing the pain and the grief and whatever was there that is, you know, may have formed within our hearts. And there's a lot of heart chakra here. And melting that by putting our attention on it, giving it love, it then melts and we're able to use it to water the plants of our dreams, of our goals, of our desires of, what the life we want to create and the people we want to be, right? Watering the direction in which we want to take our lives and who we want to become. Not letting it stop us or freeze us. There's a ship here, and it's like moving away from a big drop. I see it moving away, where it's like something that could have brought us down, something that really could have destroyed us or turned us in the wrong direction. We're actually using it to transmute in a positive way, in a beautiful way, in a way that's going to help us grow, in a way that's going to help us become better people. We're using it to learn instead of it being our demise or destruction or repeating a pattern. All right, beautiful. I love this energy. Well done. Well done, pile 3. Not easy to do. Okay, so we're going to get a spirit animal card for you guys. So we have the gazelle. Do we want any more? Nope, just going to do the gazelle. Okay. I will read the gazelle out of the book for you. I'm not very familiar with that one. Okay. Yes, heightened awareness and ability, vulnerable. The gazelle represents supreme grace. With every move, this awe-inspiring beauty emits sophistication and elegance. Gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, bordering on hyper-vigilant. That might have been a gift from your mother. And this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they've spent so much effort cultivating. No more worrying about all those predators out there in the wild. When this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. Let it nourish your gentle spirit. When in balance, graceful, perceptive, artistic. When out of balance, food allergies, insomnia, racing mind. To bring into balance, yin yoga, a cozy home, good food. Okay, so this might just be a nice reminder for some of you who maybe feel like you're maybe in fight or flight mode sometimes, or that you feel you kind of dip into fear, or you kind of allow grief to overcome you, which is totally okay for a short amount of time, as long as we can transmute it and come out of that and remember how much beauty is around us and how much beauty we can create and how beautiful that we are, how much beauty that we embody, right? It's good to do the work. It's good to face these things. It's good to dive in. But as long as we can come out and balance out those energies, it's a saying that you aren't in danger, that you are perfectly safe and you're perfectly secure. And that you just have to remember that. You just have to look around you and see that and be able to come out of that energy. Okay, and maybe, growing up, we kind of were always having to be hyper vigilant, hyper aware of our surroundings because maybe it was very chaotic. A lot of change or a lot of different personalities going on, or on what's the word? Yeah, just maybe chaotic energy going around that was very hard to predict. Okay, and so that can be difficult to unlearn, right? That can be a difficult thing to come back to our center, our stability, our knowing that we're safe and our peace, right? And so it just takes work and coming back to center, making sure that we're taken care of, that we feel safe and secure. And I feel like that's very important for you to maybe keep a routine, to make sure that you're doing things that make you feel good by eating good food or by, working out or going for a walk, those grounding activities in your day-to-day that just bring you back to that center so that you're safe, so that you're taken care of by you, that you have everything you need and that you have every capability. You can mother yourself, right? To know that you're mothering yourself, that you're taking care of it. And you can rely on yourself. I feel like you do rely on yourself. Like you have that strength within that you know you'll be there. You know, you can bring a routine to yourself. And I think that's very important for you. All right, we're going to go to a different tarot deck now. What do my pile threes need to know from their shadow self? What does their shadow like to share with them? Okay. Wow, 9 of Cups. Beautiful. Just know that you are achieving your dreams. And maybe that is a happy family, a happy relationship. But it could be, you know, your career, whatever that is, whatever that dream life or that dream goal, that wish that you have in your heart, know that this is what you are accomplishing, okay? That, you know, you are making the moves, that you are working towards that this is manifesting in your life, that you are, all the manifestation work that you're doing, all the alchemy work that you're doing is working. Okay, it is achieving your dream, achieving your goal, achieving that happiness, that deep fulfillment of emotion and spirit, that total fulfillment. And then we have the King of Wands, stepping into our power, stepping into our truth, creating the life that we want, stepping in as a leader, right? And this is a masculine to balance the feminine. So this could be you coming into that really perfect balance of that feminine stability, receptive and creative. And then with the masculine here, that creative force that knows when to take action towards our dreams, that, you know, can lead us in the right direction and brings stability. And maybe this is a counterpart for a lot of you. Okay, maybe you do have or will have that relationship that maybe you didn't have a stable relationship growing up as a, you know, an example, and maybe that's what you wish. Oh, these two fell off, so I'll take them. Maybe that's what your wish is to bring that masculine feminine stability into your home. Otherwise, this is like you being able to achieve all of your dreams, all of your creative pursuits. This is stepping into your power. And yeah, in your confidence, knowing that you can achieve anything that you wish. Okay. Wow, victory, success, recognition. You have something big here. You have something big that you're working towards. And your shadow is saying, like, thank you for balancing me out, thank you for looking at me, thank you for not, you know, turning away, even when, you know, it may not have been easy, you know, and you had to be really self-aware and look at it with grace and use your, you know, your discernment, being courageous. And look, this is a victory after, you know, a bit of a struggle, after maybe a long while of struggle, right? Having faced something difficult, having been to war, or having faced a challenge, come out on the other side victorious, okay? People knowing you for what you've done, maybe for the work that you do. And maybe, you know, your kids in the future having great memories of you and not feeling like they lacked anything. You know, having maybe that relationship that you always wanted. But being proud of the work that you've done, being able to say, yeah, I've done this, you know, I've overcome this, I've created this in my life, I've created this, my own success. And, you know, having that reward, having that recognition, being looked at as a leader in some way or another. Wow, Queen and King. So definitely divine counterparts, okay, for a lot of you, where this is you guys creating that happy family, that balance that you've always craved, that you've always wanted, you know, that passion, that just undying love and support for each other, and that fun. Yeah. And for others of you, this is just talking about that balance within yourself, that perfect balance that makes, that literally you can create anything you wish. With the magician, with all of this fire, with the dream, it's like you are unstoppable. You are truly unstoppable, and you will have success. And you will be recognized as someone who is a leader, who is someone key in whatever area that you focus upon, and whatever thing you're passionate about. Wherever you put your energy, you will find success. You will find your wish. You will find your reward. And you are well on your way, as you have been you really do the work, and you keep diving in to see what else is there for you to take from that, from you to harvest from that. How can I make this better? How can I make myself better? How can I take this experience or these, you know, challenges in my life and make my future better, make myself into the person that is aligning to my highest outcome, who is aligning to my highest version of self. Using your pain, learning the lessons from all of the pain, from all of the tears, from all of the grief, the hurt, the harm. Using it for your benefit, using it to propel you forward. Right? Using these energies to create the life of your dreams. Not letting them stop you, not letting them hold you back. But they are your fuel to go forward. And Page of Cups. Keeping your heart open, keeping your spirit young, listening to your inner child. This is like you having that happy inner child who's balanced, who feels listened to. Like your shadow feels very, very happy and listened to. And it's not so dark anymore because you're incorporated it into yourself. You've found that balance, right? It doesn't feel like this rejected part of you anymore. It's like you're there, and you're not ashamed to look at it. You're not afraid to look at what's happened or what's been done, and you use it to propel your dreams. You use it to propel you in a positive direction, to create in beautiful and exciting ways, to create success and be well known for those things. And your inner child is very, very happy and proud of you, and very expressing its love and adoration that you've been able to do such powerful and deep work on yourself. And you have been using it in the right way. So good for you, pile 3. Wow. I'm going to get one last message from Spirit. Okay, they want to take us here. All right, one last message from my pile 3s from their shadow self. What would they like to share? Celebration. How beautiful is that? Yes, celebrate. You've done it. Like, you've really come into balance. You've figured out your method into alchemizing pain into light, into darkness, into creativity. And you should celebrate that. Your shadow is like, yes, baby, you did it. Like, you're right in the balance. You have both sides coming together, working simultaneously, working in perfect union and harmony together. And no one feels unloved, no one feels denied, no part of you feels like it's being rejected. Both sides are there creating this beautiful whole happiness. Wow, you are on the road to success. Stranger. I feel like I feel like there's no part of you that is a stranger anymore. There's no part of you that is strange, right? It's like, it's almost like this is like a little joke from your shadow coming through to be like, he's put on like a disguise, or they put on a disguise, but it's like there's no more strangeness. Like no one's a stranger here. Like we're all friends, you know? Look, together. Ah, you see me. I'm not a stranger. We're together, right? We're all together. All parts of us are working together. We are the witness. You witness us. You see us. You don't turn away. You don't blink an eye. You don't deny what we are. You don't turn us away. We are one. We are all together. We are all working in unison to create our life, to create our dreams, to create what it is that we want and what God wants. Right? This is seeing all of us for who we are and loving it and accepting it. We're no longer a stranger. We are together. We are not apart. We are not separate. We are not denied. Oh, that is so beautiful. I love that. Aw, thank you so much for coming to your reading pile for me and for allowing me to read this beautiful energy. I love it so, so much. I offered this to the other piles, but honestly, I don't know if you need it. But if you want to just experience, you know, the love and the beauty that you are, and just have a magical, profound meeting with yourself on a deep level, you can book a quantum healing hypnosis session with me, and it is so powerful no matter what stage you're in. It's just unbelievable. So if you would like to do that, you can book that down in my website, which is linked in the description box. But otherwise, if this reading resonated with you, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss another reading. And shout out Pile 3. Let me know who you guys are. Let me, you know, show it off. Let us know, you know, how much work you've been doing, how you've done it, you know, because if we can share with each other and help each other out, it's just going to allow our community to build, and helping each other is always a beautiful thing. So I will see you on the next reading, Pile 3. All of my love. Peace.